here at the Village. Yanni Miletus, the man in the middle, our referee tonight, getting set to signal the kickoff here at Catalina Street. And as kickoff gets underway, it is my absolute pleasure to be joined on the call this evening by Lachlan Avil. Lockie, interesting game. So the signal is sent. This one will be going long. Clark puts an almighty boot through it, looking for Kenny Athew. He got a glancing header on it, and it's going to prove a good one. Dandy City coming through, but the effort was always slicing wide the moment it came off Will Bauer's boot. But potential warning sides, Route 1 football almost proves dividends for that. So Clark, like you mentioned how busy he was last week, another sign that in the 17th minute of this contest that he might be in store for another important night, if not a busy one. Meanwhile, here comes Kenny Athew throwing his weight around. Did so fairly, but was off balance as he shot, and that results in a goal kick.
Yeah, I agree. Good physicality from King Kenny on his return to Olympic Village. Got the better of the referee. But this is starting to build up a few set pieces now for Heidelberg. The pressure is going on this Dandy City defence.
Now another set piece can be swung in by the Burgers. So Yokokawa to deliver on this right-hand side. Outswinging, right-footed effort, inbounds. It's a good one. Dandenong City got the clearing header. And Heidelberg will reset through Lesiocius. Clever flick on by Moadara. And that's the breakthrough goal. Buljuach. He cannot be stopped. 15 on the season.
The Raging Bull continues his form. And what a touch from Moadara.
Season. And surely, well, Kenny Athew's 2016 haul now in his sights, 17. And he's got Dan Heffernan's 18 from 2014. And then the Kings 22.
And you have to question, what was he doing for the first 5 games of the season? Only the 1 goal. He's gone now 14 from 15 since he's on. Just an incredible run of form.
Indeed, that's now 4 straight goals for him as well. 4 straight games, I should say, with a goal. Lesiocius. Good pass forward. McGowan looking for Yokokawa. Sahi Yokokawa looking for Buljuach. It's going to get to him. What a save, but the rebound somehow will stay out. Good Lord. How this game is not 2-0, I do not know.
Well, you'd put your house on Buljuach netting home a goal in this kind of form as Dandenong City shot. But wow, it was an amazing half turn to gain himself a half a yard of space inside the box, and Joey, well, it brings the first half to a close. A massive chance for Heidelberg.
Indeed, as the players begin to make their way off into the dressing room, an absolute gets underway in this round 20 NPL Men's Victoria contest between Heidelberg United and Dandenong City. And if you 2 straight games, well on their way to comprehensively get themselves back in the winner's circle. And Port Melbourne and St Albans, the late kickoff, that one 25 minutes in, no goals. As Yokokawa's pass looking to set up Heidelberg for a second doesn't come off, but transition potentially on for the visitors. Atherinos, Hollywood in his eyes, however, sends that one high into the night sky.
Well, in retrospect, he might have looked for a teammate there. And as you're alluding to, Joey, the pure quantity of fixtures that await them in the back half of this calendar year. Of course, they're looking pretty good for qualification, as we say, to the Australian Championship. That ends up being a very long season for these players.
Indeed, Australia Cup national stages, NPL Victoria, NPL Men's Victoria Finals, the Doherty Cup as well. So, certainly you could see Heidelberg United would undoubtedly have their eyes set on well, a potential treble.
Yeah.
And potentially even more. So that ball's whipped in, and it has found the net. Corner kick swung in, was met, and was trying to figure out if it found the side netting or the inside of the post. It was the latter, and this game is level. Kenny Athieu now has 61 NPL Men's Victoria goals across his career. Of course, missed out on several years with Melbourne Victory and also during his time in Southeast Asia. So that ball is swung in. Athieu with the defending before the follow-up volley is splayed wide. So I'm just checking, Joe Guest not amongst the Oakley Cannon goal scorers tonight. So that brings Athieu to within one goal of Joe Guest. McGowan lays it off to Fletcher Fulton. Lesiotis. And to get rid of it in a hurry, but he did so. Sabat and Gore. Outside of the boot pass is a good one. Oh, Adara. That's a good layoff as well. There's a flight shot, deflected. Buljuarch on another night has 4 goals. He still only has 1.
It's just one for Buljuarch into the crossbar again for the second time.
Punished up the other ends. Chesnick, the advantage is played. Giannakopoulos. As the ball bounced back to him. Not a lot in front of him, so he went to Atherinos. Plant. Heidelberg's getting back, getting organised. Hancock coming under immediate pressure. Sends it back to Clark. And he's going to come under fierce pressure. Charge down. Surely. It is. Buljuarch has his second. There may have been a handball there, though, as well.
Well, the protests are immediate from the Dandenong City players. From this vantage point, it was a clear...
And Oscar Colgate-Jones. Atherinos' ball swung in. Nobody there wearing a Dandenong City shirt to meet it. Scramble, it's going to come out. Surely, no. Athieu denied. Now transition potentially on Buljuarch. He's only got Atherinos to beat, and then the keeper looking for a hat-trick. George denied. The follow-up cleared away.
Well, you can't take your eyes off this game at the moment. Action absolutely from end to end. Buljuarch gets the best. You've got to push forward. You've got to make things happen. As I'm sure was the intent. And we can see Heidelberg now in a position with the lead 2-1, taking their time. And this is where they love to be, playing the ball out, and taking control of a game of football.
Nodded on by Fletcher Fulton. Choctaw, the West Australian, runs onto it. Went down in an absolute heap. And that's going to earn a yellow card. Corey Sewell certainly of the opinion that the contact... To Ali. Good pass. Ross. He lost the ball. Latham. Ball is whipped back in. Players there, but Souza makes the claim on his goal line. Just unable to wrangle it before Clark fell on it. He is after a hat-trick. Here's Buljuarch that would take him to 17 goals on the season.
Incredible.
With plenty of football still to come. Winds up from range. Decent contact, but not the type of contact you require to beat Clark from that vicinity.
No, not quite. And we just saw as well, Jamal Ali, his ability off right back. And I fancy this will be a debut for Oscar Colgate-Jones, number 14 for Dandenong City, who will look to replace Diego Cuba in midfield when the substitution can be made.
Signal goes up, the ball is sent in. And now potential for transition. Mustafa, he does have Latham in support. That's where the ball goes. It's a fantastic ball in front of him. But the speed with which Heidelberg, we're going to get back. Mustafa! It's 2-0! It's 2-2. Backflipping away, Mustafa. It is 2-2, not 2. Latham, around the corner. Fulton. Can Heidelberg answer back quickly? Not on this occasion. Big coming together. Fulton took it away from Latham. And that'll be a free kick and a yellow card. Flank, 2 defenders to beat, cannot do so. Athieu, forced to hold it up. He's forced all the way back. Newly introduced Akil Rafi in his back. And here come the Burgers. Dwach cuts it back. Goal kick.
Another moment. I fancy that did take a deflection off a Dandenong City player, and that's definitely...
Hacked down behind the scenes was a Burger player, but the advantage was played. And then the turnover. Here comes Dandenong City. Peels for offside. The flag stays down. Poked away, but only initially. Free kick. So here we go. All hands on deck for both sides.
Well,
the set piece will come in the 90th minute.
The tension is rising again. Yellow cards are coming out. I fancy Akil Rafi not wasting too much time, getting stuck in. A little bit of a shove in the back of Jamie Latham as they were
back. Athieu gave chase. Awkward ball for Sousa, but he was able to get a boot through it. Leno sends it back to the advantage of Hajduk. Klassen couldn't bring it down for Heidelberg. Mustafa loops it forward. Bauer battling for it. Left lean, poked it away, but looks like Bauer's hurt himself. That'll be a free kick and a yellow card.
Yeah, professional foul, well worth a yellow. I'm a little bit worried about Bill Bauer here. He might have just been clipped on the ankle, maybe just some studs down the back.
Going to run across. Clear it away. Fulton had space to bring it down. Got it past Latham. With a Chokdao. Heidelberg getting numbers in the box. Lofted in. Klassen's header straight at Clark. Athieu direct in traffic. Ball went opposite from where he wanted it. Latham gets underneath it. Intention for Athieu to head it back across goal. Couldn't meet it. And a dramatic contest concludes at Olympic Village, and Dandenong City have come to Melbourne's north, and they will head back to the south.